Herbert Spencer, here we talk about Spencer's idea of society as an organism. He makes an analogy between society and biological organism. Here he is comparing the organic and superorganic. Organic may be the human body, and then superorganic he is talking about society. So he is talking about organic and superorganic organization. Organization at the level of the individual, that the human body, and then the organization at the level of the society. He considered that both are systems of organization. And in each one of these, there are components. Just like the human body, there are components. There are parts which we can see, just like the legs, the hands, the eyes, and other parts. And then there are many other things which are not visible as such. Similarly, the society has a structure. It has different institutions like the family, like the economy, like the polity, like the education, the religion, and many other things. So just like in the human body, we see the different parts function. They perform functions for the survival of the whole body. These are interdependent. These are functional kind of things. Similarly, he talks about society, that it has a structure, and structure has different components, and each component is performing a function. And during the performance of these functions, many changes can also come. There could be transformations. So society must be studied as a thing, as an entity existing in itself, rather than looking into the different components. So while he is explaining the evolution of society and using that analogy between the human body and the organization of the society, he considers that both grow and develop. Human body grows and develops. Similarly, the society grows and it develops. He considered that both increase in size. The human body, from the childbirth moving onward, it grows. Similarly, he talks about the society, that it grows in size, maybe grows in terms of the performance of the functions. So there is, as we see that there is a move towards this moving to, let's say, the evolutionary kind of, through the evolutionary kind of process, there is a progressive differentiation in the structure and functions. Same about the body he talks, same about the society, that the different structures perform different functions, and these functions might be specialized kind of functions. Just like education might be performing one kind of function, whereas, let's say, economy might be performing another kind of function, family is performing another kind of function. But these structures are not isolated. These are interdependent. And since they are interdependent, the whole society works or proceeds depending upon the functioning of all these structures, or the cooperation or coordination of all these structures. So in both part and whole are interdependent. So that is how we see that the parts of the body are interdependent. Similarly, the components of the society, which we can talk about the different institutions or different groups, they are also contributing to the whole entity. So each part may be considered as a micro society or an organism in itself. family might be considered as at a micro society level. Similarly, human parts of the human body could also be considered as a unit in itself, and that's how we talk about this specialization, just like the ENT specialization, and maybe ophthalmology and other things come in. So life of the whole can be destroyed, can finish, but the parts may live for a while, but later on they finish. So analysis of superorganic dynamics, if we want to study the, let's say, society, we have to look into the dynamics of the different, let's say, components, how they contribute to each other. So we look into the properties of superorganic systems. So these systems have been considered as moving in an evolutionary way towards, let's say, progress and maybe some kind of undefined perfection. So system growth is there. The growth is in size and, let's say, in functions, and there is differentiation, but it all has to have some kind of integration. And this system continuously is, let's say, trying to adapt itself with the environment. So the whole system, whether it's the human body or the society, is dynamically functional. So we have to study the society with respect to the different components and how they operate and how they function.